Zach, my birthday's coming up in a few months, and you know what I think I need for my birthday?
Um,
Come
another
on, give me a
another
guess.
Hyundai. I don't know, Justin.
A calendar. A calendar. And you know why I need a calendar? Because it's getting hard to keep track of all the timelines and effective dates built into the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022.
Now I gotta tell
Let's
you,
talk about it.
top 5 cutest intros I think we've ever had. That was very well done. But also you should check on Apple products. They have this app. It's called Calendar on Google. Okay, so yeah, there are a lot of different timelines, and I think we're gonna get
Yeah.
into why Tesla doesn't qualify currently, but will qualify eventually. Yeah, let's dig into it.
Yeah, so Ray and I just shared a video about all the many timelines, which you can check out in the link below, built into the Inflation Reduction Act, because really there's a lot to keep track of, and 66% of EV buyers in the United States, they're still considering a Tesla. They are by far the dominator in EV market share, but Tesla does not yet qualify for a single federal EV tax credit. Let's talk about it. Starting on January 1st, 2022, the original 200,000 sale cap will be removed. That was what took the tax credit away from Tesla and GM built EVs from the original bill that was enacted in 2008.
Yep.
So you've got to wait until January 1st, 2023 if you're thinking about buying an EV.
So we still have the old rules in place. So even though
Tesla.
the new rules are also in place right now that say if a vehicle was produced in the United States and all that fun stuff, still Tesla, because they have the 200,000 vehicle cap, you would not be able to go buy that Model Y that was coming out of Giga Austin and actually get the incentive.
Yeah. Let me go a little bit deeper into
Sure.
this. So first of all, I got to correct what I said a moment ago. I said wait until 2023 to buy an EV. That is not the case. Wait until 2023 if you want a Tesla Model Y.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, why is it just the Model Y? Because there are some price caps. It's one of the many different
Good
ifs
point.
and buts built into this bill. The Inflation Reduction Act calls for a $55,000 price cap for electric sedans and $80,000 price cap for SUVs, trucks, and vans. Now, when you take that into consideration and think about the pricing of the Model 3, only the Model Y long range will qualify in 2023. The rear-wheel drive Model 3, it gets battery sourced from CATL. That's a Chinese battery supplier, so it's out of here for now because you've got to have 40% of your battery minerals sourced from the U.S. in 2023.
So yeah, let's be really clear. Tesla, you've seen a lot of headlines that say Tesla is the winner of the new EV tax credits. They're really not. I mean, maybe for the Model Y, as you're saying, like that's the one that's going to have the tax credit associated with it, but nowhere else. So really, they're not the big winner here when it comes to the latest set of tax credits.
I still think that they are one of the big winners. The other one is, I would say the bigger winner would be GM. This is really giving GM a lifeline to try to catch up to Tesla with their push, which is apparently going to be affordable EVs. We'll see if that turns out to be true. But let's think about this. I don't know how much traveling you do, Zach, but whenever I'm driving around on the interstate or going to any big city in my region, the EV that I see everywhere is the Model Y.
Yeah.
It is by far the number one selling EV in America. And all of the Model Y success from 2020 to now has been without a single federal tax incentive. Now that it's getting its first federal incentive, plus you got to consider state level incentives, I think this is still a big win for the Model Y.
Will Model Y pricing increase, do you think, as a result of this?
Oh, I sure hope not. But considering that Tesla just raised the price of full self-driving from $12,000 to $15,000, I don't think it's out of the question. Right now, as of the time of this recording, the Model Y long range starts at $65,000, $66,000. And when you add in a few options, like maybe you want a blue paint color or you want some nicer rims, you're already getting closer to $70,000. If they raise prices even further, I think that's going to lend another lifeline to GM, Hyundai, Kia, Toyota, and others who are just trying so hard to catch up.
Could we see Model 3 pricing actually come down to try and get under the $55,000 cap? Do you think that's realistic?
I like where you're going with that, Zach. I think that is realistic because the Model Y has been so successful. They might use some of that success to find an excuse to lower the prices of the Model 3, and that would be very interesting. But we got to keep in mind that where they get their batteries from is also a huge part of this. If Tesla continues to source their Model 3 batteries from CATL in China, they're not going to qualify no matter what. But Tesla is ramping up production of its own cells in partnership with Panasonic, and they still work with LG Energy Solutions here in the United States. It's all about, well, it's about two things with the Model 3: pricing and where they get their batteries from.
Wondering what your car's worth? Get a free valuation at YAA. It's just a click away.
So what's your expectation? Do you think we're going to see an increase on the Model Y, and do you think we're going to see the decrease on the Model 3? I'm putting you on the spot here. We'll watch this video back in a year. I know where I stand on this. I'm just curious.
I don't think we're going to see an increase in the Model Y. And now that you brought this up, Zach, I think that's a great point about the Model 3. I think they are going to find a way to get the Model 3 eligible for this new tax credit. That's a great point. So I'm going to say 1 year from now, the Model Y is going to cost... Oh, I'm gonna go out on a limb.
You're
here,
bold,
Zach.
man. You're bold.
I'm gonna be bold, and I might regret my words. But right now, it costs $65,000. I'm gonna say that in a year, the Model Y will cost $62,000.
No way, man. No way. All right, I do not think the Model Y's price is going to go down, and I don't think there's going to be a Model 3 that is under the $55,000 threshold as well. I'm like torn because I could see them maybe coming out with like a bare bones Model 3 variant, like a new base level trim that qualifies. I could see something like that happening, but probably not. And I bet you the Model Y is north of 75. Nah. Yeah, $75,000 a year from now. That's my guess.
See, I'm already starting to regret my words because Elon Musk himself, he has said that Tesla's mini factories in construction or beginning production around the world, the gigafactories, they are just burning through money right now. So you're right, Zach. I don't know. I might be just...
Tesla could be the big... Tesla could be the big... And they don't necessarily need to be a beneficiary, but they could be the big loser of these tax incentives because of the rules around where the battery minerals are sourced, where final production is as well, and these price thresholds. Tesla's kind of, I'm telling you, I've seen the headlines. They say this is a tax credit bill for Tesla. No, the moment you dig into it, you realize really quickly it's not.
It's going to be a weird few years because clearly with this bill and with the other bills, including the semiconductor bill that was just passed through Congress and signed by the president, there's been a lot of legislation as of late that is going to really ramp up the domestic production of chips, batteries, supply chains involved in EV production, but all of that stuff takes time. I'm talking 3 to 5 years. In the meantime, it's a strange place to be in EV world.
Go get that calendar, Justin. You're going to need it.
Yes, gonna need it.